One of the most nerve-wracking parts of public speaking and facilitating is when you get questions. I often hear from my clients the question, what happens if I get a question I don't know the answer to? Now, I'm also going to link a video here that explains some of the mindsets behind answering questions. But today, I'm going to address the 3 types of questions speakers and trainers get and the best strategies to prepare for those questions. Wait. Did I just say prepare for questions? Certainly did. As a speaker, you are not only to prepare your content, but you are also required to prepare for your questions. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. But for now, let's get to it. Number 1, questions that you know the answer to. You would think we were done here, but we're not. It's not just enough to know the answer. If they're asking you a question about that content piece, it means that they don't fully understand it. With these questions, you want to make sure that you have a metaphor or a story that would best illustrate that piece of content. The reason why this is important is because it is clarifying for that audience member and solidifying exactly what you are saying. Remember, just because you think you're being crystal clear does not mean that the audience thinks that as well. Number 2, questions you don't know the answer to. First of all, do not shy away from these questions at all. These questions are great. This means that your audience is thinking deeply about your content and is processing it in a way that you haven't yet. These questions are literally a gift. Here's my strategy when I get a question that I don't know the answer to. First, I acknowledge the value of the question, and I am openly authentic and state that I'm not sure that I know how to fully answer it. However, I'm going to give it my best educated guess and follow up with the person once I have researched more. The trick here is to make sure that you actually follow up. It builds your credibility, and again, it is a gift because now you know another answer to a question that you might get in your presentation. And the reason why this is such an important gift to you is because it calms that nerve of thinking about what if they ask a question I don't know the answer to. Well, even if you got a question you didn't know the answer to before, now you know the answer to it now. The third and final question is the most challenging, especially for those of us who take speaking and training seriously. Question number 3, question your content or your efficacy as a trainer. Now, I don't want to freak you out, but this does happen. It isn't quite as intense as getting heckled in a stand-up comedy routine, but it can feel that way. When someone questions the content or your efficacy as a trainer, here's what you do. First, you thank them. They care enough about you and they have the courage to be able to stand in their own authenticity to be honest with you. Don't see this person as a combatant. See them as an ally who is helping you shape your skills. Ask follow-up questions. Get deeper with them. Have them tell you what they would see as the best solution. Have them coach you to what they would have liked to have seen. Once they finish, address it if necessary, and let them know that you're going to take all of these into consideration while also finding them a better way to deliver that content. Now, I do want to make it clear, don't have that immediate discussion within the actual keynote or training. It may be as simple as, I hear what you're saying, I want to learn from you, let's connect after the fact. And sometimes, depending on the context, it might be appropriate to have the conversation right then and there, especially if other people are in agreement. Finally, as you do find a better way to communicate that content to that person, it is critical for you to follow up. Anyone who is bold enough to challenge you will be incredibly impressed by the way that you were in integrity and you followed through. All of these are tense questions, but each of them can either build or take away from your credibility as a speaker. Use these strategies to make sure that you are answering their questions and concerns in a way that keeps you humble enough to know that you don't have all of the answers, but confident enough in yourself and your content that while people might be challenging you, that you are secure in what you are doing and who you are being. What are some of the other strategies that you have to answering tough questions? Make sure you drop that in the comments, and of course, make sure that you like and subscribe. Hey, don't forget to come off mute and always be speaking up your story.